Hey, it's DonyB, and you are watching DonyB TV. Welcome back to another episode of DonyB TV. Of course, I am your girl, DonyB. I know it's been such a long time since I've come to you guys in this capacity, but it's my little boy Hunter's first birthday, and I wanted to take you guys along with me for the planning process. Now, since I am a true connoisseur of keep your coins in your pocket, sis, I am going to be doing a bunch of DIYs myself, such as doing the cake pops, Pretzel Rods, or whatever else I can come up with. I'm going to be doing that myself. I'm going to eliminate as many vendors as I can. So the treats table, the tablescape for that, I'm going to be doing myself. Also, we have a great baker that's going to be doing the cake. And since I'm not very good at that, I'm just going to go ahead and let them have that. Also, we're going to be planning and teaming up with one of his little cousins since they were born a day apart and they'll both be turning 1. We thought it'd be cool and neat to have them do the party together, so that way we can have all the family come together and they all celebrate both little boys together. Now, the party is going to be at this air bounce trampoline jump park thing. There's going to be a whole bunch of different activities there. Hunter, on the other hand, has no idea what's going on, but I am super stoked and excited about it. I mean, the little kid in me is slightly coming out, you know? So I am super excited, and though he may not know what's going on right now, we're going to be taking plenty of pictures, so when he gets older, he can see and experience, actually see what he experienced. So come along with me as we go ahead and get started, okay? Come on. I mean, are y'all coming or what? So before y'all come for me in the comment section, I want to go ahead and start off by washing my hands thoroughly. Rub, scrub. Yeah. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to start off with my cake sickles. Just gonna take an old generic chocolate cake mix. I'm gonna mix it up in the bowl per the directions on the back of the box. Also, yes, this is my workstation, and believe it or not, it is organized. If you're wondering what that plastic bag is on the side, my mom always taught me to have like a plastic bag or a trash bowl on the side so you don't have to keep running back and forth to the trash can. And unfortunately, for some reason, I have lost the beaters to my electric mixer, so I have to do this the old-fashioned way and mix it by hand. Then I'm going to take my coconut oil cooking spray and lube up my pan before I get ready to pour in this chocolate batter. And making sure that no batter is left behind, I'm going to get my handy dandy spatula and I'm going to scrape this bowl down. And yes, I am all about variety, so I have some chocolate, lemon, red velvet, and even a confetti cake. I want to make sure I appease everybody's taste buds. All right, so into the oven we go. But before I put my cakes in, I want to adjust my racks so to make sure that there is even cooking throughout all of the cakes. So I'm moving the racks that are lower to the bottom up towards the middle so the bottoms of my cake don't cook too fast. Yeah, I see you bobbing your head to the beat. My boy Music Badu got me right. I'm going to leave his contact information down below so you can go and check him out. Whoa, sis, be careful. Remember, you got these pans from the Dollar Tree and they are super flimsy. Take your time because you spent too much time on this cake mix. Now, I did end up rotating the cakes from the bottom to the top because the ones on the bottom still began to cook a little faster. And on to my pretzel rods. And because reading is fundamental, I'm going to read the directions on the back of these candy melts. I'm going to go ahead and pop them in the microwave so they can melt down for my pretzels. I'm going to get my workstation prepared, put a little wax paper out so I don't mess up my counters. Alright, so you can use any of your favorite pretzel rods. I happen to choose Snyder's. I did try the generic pretzels at Dollar Tree, but they were disgusting and they tasted super stale. So I decided to spend a little money on a little Snyder's. Got a couple bags of those and here we go dipping away. Okay, those don't look too bad if I say so myself. Now on to cover some Rice Krispie treats. Yes, I could have made these, but I wanted to save some time. And hey, they come already pre-packaged individually in this bag, in this box. I went ahead and got a couple, unwrapped them, and I'm going to see what dipping them into the icing does. Alright, so dipping it into the candy melts is what I wanted to try to do first. I was trying to dip only half of it in the candy melts, but it was creating a complete mess, and the way that it looked afterwards looked horrible. This is what I ended up doing. I took some more of that wax paper and I rolled it up in order to create a piping bag, and I just went to town sprinkling it on my Rice Krispie treats. And here I'm going to show you how I actually made my piping bag, how I took the wax paper and just rolled it up. And when I finish rolling it up, I'm just going to pour some of the candy melts in it. See, it's pretty simple. No need to go and buy a fancy dancy piping bag when you can make one all by yourself with things that you might already have in your pantry. And for some reason, the yellow candy melts got a little thinner than the red candy melts, which made it much easier to use. So I just went ahead and I piped the yellow on top of the red pretzels. Then with the Rice Krispie treats, I put a little yellow on top of that. And with each other color, I'm going to follow that up with some blue and some green and just do the same thing. Now, by no means do I claim to be a professional, but I think these turned out great. I mean, I have my pretzels. I was able to decorate some Rice Krispie treats. And not only do I have one colored pretzel, but I have different colored pretzels, as you can see. And then I just sprinkled the opposite color in candy melts on top. And I think these turned out super good. All right, to package up those pretzels, I purchased these bags from Hobby Lobby. Use a 20% off coupon, so it's 20% off of $2.99. And here is what everything looks like all bagged up. Up next are my cakesicles. So I've let all of my cakes cool. As you know, I had chocolate, I had lemon, red velvet, and the sprinkles. Here I'm going to use a little Pillsbury icing, chocolate icing in this chocolate cake to pull it all together and mix it in. Now for the red velvet cake, I did use the cream cheese icing, the Pillsbury cream cheese icing. I would not recommend using the Pillsbury cream cheese icing. Next time I'm either going to make my own or try a different brand because it was not it. Okay, so now everything is all together. I purchased these popsicle trays from Amazon. I put it in the corner so you can see. It came with some popsicle sticks, a cleaning pad to clean later, and also some bags to put the popsicles in. And there are some twist ties. I'm not going to use those twist ties because I already had some silver ones that I liked better than those. And this is where the true struggle began. All right, so I'm going to take some of the candy melts and I'm going to put it inside of the tray to coat the tray. Going to have a nice, what I thought would be a thin coat, but I realized later that I needed more than just a thin coat on it because it had to be a little thicker to hold up to the cake. So I'm going to go in and swirl it around and get it all around the sides, but I didn't want it to be too thick. I didn't show it here, but I did put the trays in the freezer after I put that first layer of candy melts in to let it firm up. And then I put in some of the cake inside on top of the candy melts. And now as you see, I'm just sandwiching the cake in between the candy melts, so I'm just going to spread some candy melts on top of the cake. And as you see, I also put the popsicle sticks in. There's a slot in the tray to put popsicle sticks in. And the struggle continues. I was trying my best to pop these things out of the tray and not let the sticks come out. I was having a hard time because at the end where the sticks were, it was kind of cracking and crumbling a little bit and the sticks were coming out a little. So if you know how to do this and you can give me pointers and techniques on how to get these out without it cracking at the end, so you see a little bit that cracked at the end, let me know. Okay, so it is the next morning and I am finally finished. So we have the Pretzel Rods, we have Rice Krispie treats, we have cake popsicles, and some popcorn. Now, let me tell you something. Okay, so let me tell you something. Me trying to be super mom, these little cake popsicle things, I'm like, okay, so yeah, these seems to be cool and neat and stuff. I did one in every color. The colors are going to be red, blue, yellow, and green for the party. So I was like, hey, let me go ahead and do these. They are cool. Watched a couple YouTube videos. So it took me forever to do those things. I was better off doing like cake pops. Could have rolled them up in some little balls and dipped them in some of the colored candy melt and been done with it. But no, I want to do something different and wow people. I would have to think twice before I do that again. I think my pretzel rods came out pretty good. I did the primary color in each and then I sprinkled the different colors, opposite colors on it. So I really like those. And then my Rice Krispie treats, I did the same thing with the Rice Krispie treats. And then I just got some popcorn. Went to the store and bought some kettle corn. Actually, some that was in the bag that was already popped. I don't know if you could see it, but I took some and I sprinkled them with some of the candy melts like I did the rest of the stuff. And so you just have little pieces of color throughout. There were some that I sprinkled with color and some of them that I didn't because I didn't want them to be super sweet because you know kettle corn is already sweet. So now I'm about to pack everything up, get on the road, gotta go pick up the baby from daycare, and then we're gonna head on out to Monroe to meet up with family and have the party on tomorrow. See you later.